call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Yeah, last week I was at a coffee place, right? Like, I don't even know anymore, they're all the same at this point. But yeah, it was like raining and I was just by myself. I had nothing going on that day, I guess, and I was just like listening to the conversations. I'm like, it's like 2 p.m. Like, what are these people even doing here? You know, I was there, so yeah, I was just like stirring my cup of coffee, barely drinking it. Like, sometimes I feel like I just like the smell of coffee, like it just, that alone just wakes me up, and I'm just stirring it. And I just kept thinking, I'm like, what am I doing, dude? Like, I'm just coasting at this point, just motions after motions. And I had a dream, and I feel like everyone has that dream, and everyone buys into the dream, because why wouldn't you? It's your dream. I don't know if I even believe that anymore. Like, I'm just, like, I feel like I stepped outside and saw it for what it was. They make it seem like it's pretty clear and cut, right? Like you just like work hard, you just follow these steps, and at the end of the tunnel, there's like, you know, you get your pot of gold, your happiness or whatever. You see it everywhere, right? Like ads, it's everything on your phone, your billboards, you know, people's conversations, what people say to you. It's all directed towards, you know, I'm on my path to my dream. I'm on my path to my dream. That's like every conversation these days, and everything you see is like, you know, go do this, buy this for your dream. What if it's not real? You just get like a little bit. You just get a little bit of a little taste of what that is, and then you just think that's really there. I want the whole enchilada. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even. If that's like the basis of everything, I'm just thinking to myself, what if I just didn't want that anymore? What do I got now? Seems like nothing to me. And once you get to that point, that small doubt grows. It grows really fast. And you start to see the cracks. You know, maybe you knew this whole time it wasn't real. Doing those things and hitting those steps was just your way of convincing yourself that it was real. It's all designed to keep you going, but to never really get it. It's just small enough things here and there. A raise here, you know, a car there. Oh, I got a loan. We celebrate getting a loan. Like, could you imagine that? That's insane. I'm celebrating the fact that I get to borrow a ton of money for that dream I had. When did that happen? How did we get to this point? If you think about it, it's just a loop. You're just going in circles and circles. And I'm stirring my coffee thinking this, circles and circles. You know, I guess, I don't know when it started happening. Like, my heart started pounding. I was seeing tunnel vision. I was like, I need to get out of this coffee shop. Something kicked in. My heart was racing. Thoughts all over the place. Started walking on the sidewalk, looking at things, getting paranoid. Started walking faster. Didn't even know where I was going. What do you even do in that situation? Like, how do I explain that to someone? Help me. I'm crazy, you know? All you can do is just fight it. You just keep fighting it. Just fight. If all else fails, that's all you can do. I think about it like, you know, if all else fails, why not fight? Give it one last college try. Just do it. What if it works out? Fight it. And I guess that's what I've been doing since that day at the coffee shop. I've always hated the word art. I feel like people just misuse it constantly. often now I feel like when someone uses the word art, they usually mean something good. Like, oh, that movie was so good, it was so artsy. Or sometimes people think this is over the top and not good at all, and they use the same word, artsy. Someone just gave an art kid a bunch of money and made this. I don't even know what it is. I feel like art, when you really break it down, it's the attempt to express something that you can't communicate otherwise. And art is the constant attempt at doing that. Because whatever we make out of it, if it's like music or a screenplay, whatever, right? It's just an attempt. It's not the full thing. It's not the full pie. It's just an attempt to try to give that to somebody. And that's what it is. I mean, the only reason we make this stuff is so that we can connect with people like humans. I mean, I feel like that's what we do all the time, is that everything we do is just trying to find someone to connect with. Every effort we make, even if it's money, I feel like we're making money so that we can buy our way to that connection somehow, whatever it may be. The type of friends, the type of partner, the approval of your parents. Most of the efforts that we make are just for that connection. And it's pretty stupid. it's like right there, but we think that we got to do all these other things to make it make sense. Since then, I was living in a bubble. Obviously, we all are living in a bubble, and who doesn't like their bubble? It's comfortable, it's familiar, it's safe. It's where things feel simple and you can predict everything that's going to happen. Why would you want to step outside of that? And then there's people who want to do that. I get that, they want to make most of their time here, and then they step outside that bubble and they realize, oh, maybe I don't want to do that. They go back to their bubble. But the one thing they don't realize is once you step back inside after you've been outside, inside's not going to be the same. You know too much. You should have known that before you left the bubble. And now you're just thinking about it all the time. Everything you do is to make sure you don't think about that. Wish you didn't want to get out of the bubble anymore, did you? Like, no one wants things to be complicated. I don't want things to be complicated. Life is it supposed to be suffering? I don't know. How could you go back after you see that? I think it would kill a part of you. I think it would really, something inside of you would have died. I think that's just the rest of it. You can't go back. And you can numb it. Sure. Happens every day. Numb it as much as you can. I don't blame people. Everybody's got their own thing. Try to get through this. Try to get through that day. That's fine. It's like this city. A person's life can mirror the city they're in. Everyone complains when, there's guns in the streets, drugs in the streets, and they feel like they're not safe, and they don't know, they can't find jobs. And then, after a few years, a couple generations, the city's living. It's a place where people can have families, and there's jobs and money, and then all of a sudden they complain about the rent. They complain about all the people that now want to live there. What did you want? Couldn't you figure it out? I mean, what's the sweet spot? I don't know. I don't care. People complain no matter what happens. Maybe it's nostalgia. I think nostalgia is a curse. I think that it's messed up. It's not real. The playground at McDonald's is not that great. It really isn't. I mean, if you looked at the same McDonald's playground today, you wouldn't feel that same feeling that you had. And that feeling that you had before probably wasn't that crazy. Why would you want to even revisit it? You're not the same person. So why do we like nostalgia? It's a cancer. Nostalgia is a cancer. I used to talk to my dad in moments like this, and he would say, just go for a walk. Just go for a walk. Have that problem in your head, and by the end of that walk, you'll figure something out. And I always did that. I walk for hours. Walk turned to running, Running turned to biking. Just bike at like 3 a.m. in the grimy streets. It was amazing. It just felt like, just keep going. I'm doing this thing. Pedal, pedal, feet on the ground, whatever. Just do that. Just focus on that. You don't even have to try to fix the problem in your head. It just happens. You figure it out. I always thanked him for that. That really helped a lot. And that's what I did. I just walked. I walked for a really, really long time. At a certain point, it felt like I was walking away, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm starting to sound crazy, but I'm just trying to make sense of it. I felt like I was walking away. I started running away. Am I running away? I'm not fixing the problem anymore. I'm running. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. Who says it isn't? Maybe it should be. Maybe you should run away. Everyone says it's a bad thing, but what if you can't do anything at all? Okay, now, it may sound like that afternoon in the coffee shop was horrible, and it sucked, but really, I loved it. I think that was the first time in a really long time I felt something. I felt something real, and I liked it. And I'm going to enjoy chasing that feeling. I'm going to enjoy figuring that out. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to figure it out. I like it.